Russo, is that the last thing we have?
It is.
Yeah. She's at the jail, I guess.
Where's my attorney? He's in there somewhere.
Okay. Call the case of People v. Sandra Russo, case number 24S19067 FH. Defendant is present via Zoom from our jail. Also had another case file, same case file, selection.
But we have a probation violation too.
We also have a probation violation.
All right, Mr. Lewis, what's your client want to do today? Let's start with a probation violation. I think that'll probably drive what happens with
Well, let's see. Ms. Russo, hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we talked the other day. Your violations are that you were not in an approved location. I know you were homeless. Evidently the agent couldn't keep track of you because of that.
I have a text line from May through now of me telling him where I was at. So, but I'm going to go ahead and listen to what you have to say, because that's the game we're playing.
Well, thank you for allowing me to speak.
Yeah.
It also says that you would not go to mental health treatment.
I was in Pine West 2 different times.
Okay.
I've seen my therapist, the one he says I didn't see.
I thought you said you let me. I thought you said you let me speak first.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I have a small memory problem. Sorry.
Just give me a chance here. I'm a little slow. And that you did some threatening behavior to Agent Spears. So the bottom line is this: Agent Spears says what he wants to do is, if you want to enter a plea to any of that, they'll give you the 7 days jail, 7 days credit, and you'll be done. You want to do that?
I can't get out of jail at a bond set for $25,000. Why is it so high? I mean, mine was only $5,000 the original time. I'll never get out of jail at that rate.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. Is if you enter a plea to one of these charges, you will be done with probation, and you won't have to worry about the bond. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, I don't have to worry about the bond? Gosh, I wish you would have known that. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, well, I guess, Your Honor, if you want to try and take over.
Sounds like she wants to enter a plea then, right? That's what I'm getting.
I hope so.
Okay, is that right, Ms. Russo, then? You want to enter a plea? And I'll tell you right now, I'll follow the recommendation. And that would then be, well, where do I get to the recommendation?
Should be on the case update. You have the update?
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Nope, I don't have that. Hold on. I do. It's at the very end here. 7 days jail, credit for 7 cert. Does that work for you, Ms. Russo?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and now you also have, I don't want to throw a monkey, a wrench here, monkey in. How I got that backwards.
Why don't we stop where we're headed, Connor?
Yeah, I know. You've also got a collections case here. So the same file, you haven't been making payments.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
When I make this recommendation, it is probation is actually in 2 days, so I would discharge successfully effective February 6th.
I can't hear him.
It's by statute.
I can't hear him.
So that gets even better for her. Sort of like, wait, there's more. It's better.
Good,
all right.
let's hear it.
It'll work out for you, Ms. Russo. All right. Do you want to enter a plea then?
Yes.
All right. I need you to raise your right hand so you can be sworn. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Always.
You
Yes.
can put your hand down. So bear with me because a lot of this will sound familiar to you. You have a right to have a hearing as it relates to this probation violation. Are you waiving your right to have a hearing?
Yes.
All right. At a hearing, you'd have all the following rights, and I have to describe them for you, so just bear with me. At a hearing, you'd have the right to be presumed innocent. You'd have the right to confront witnesses called against you. or to call your own witnesses. You'd have the right to testify or not say anything at a hearing. You'd have the right to have the assistance of an attorney. You got Mr. Lewis right here. He could stay with you throughout a hearing. Are you waiving, Ms. Russo, all those rights that would come with a hearing?
Am I supposed to? Yes, I guess.
If you want to enter a plea, but you don't have to enter a plea. So
No,
you want to waive those rights?
Yes,
Okay. Ms. Russo, other than what we've placed on the record, now we've placed on the record a lot, but the summary of it is the court's willing to follow the recommendation of 7 days in jail with credit for 7 days served, and that you would be successfully discharged on February 6th. And from today, the 4th through the 6th, I'm not going to require any reporting on your behalf.
all right, thank you, thank you.
Hold on. So the question is, other than those, that's the summary of what we placed on the record. Is there anything else that's getting you to enter a plea here this morning?
That would get me to enter a plea?
Anything else besides what we placed on the record that you have thought about to get you to enter this plea?
Well, it's that, what I owe the courts.
Well, we'll get to the fines. That's
Okay.
not what I'm worried about today. But
All right.
nobody else has promised you anything, have they?
No,
Nobody threatened you to get you to enter this plea, did they?
no,
And then besides Mr. Lewis or even conversations some time ago with somebody from probation, nobody else has talked to you about what your sentence will be, have they?
no.
All right. Let's talk about the charge then. How do you plead to violating the terms of your supervision by
Did you use foul language and intimidation kind of towards Agent Spears?
which I was looking for the date. It was on or about January 2nd of this year.
That wasn't him on January 2nd.
Who was it?
Another woman, I don't know her name.
So was
He
it a
was
field agent or somebody from the Department of Corrections?
Yeah, no, it was a PO in that office, from what I remember. He was gone, Jason, that's what I remember, but that doesn't,
Well, let me ask you this. For purposes of the plea, ma'am,
yeah.
did you use foul language and in essence threaten or intimidate somebody from the Department of Corrections that you were interacting with as a result of you being on probation?
I guess if he thinks I did it, I'll say I did it.
Okay.
I'm
So you believe
Italian,
that you-
I'm Italian family.
Okay. So you believe that at some point in your interaction, you were threatening, intimidating that person?
Now, I'll plead guilty to it, but I don't believe it. Yep.
Very good. I'll accept your plea. You've indicated, yep, that you did. I think there's a factual basis for the same. And then finally, Ms. Russo, would you like me to accept your probation violation plea?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea. You did offer it freely and you offered it accurately and also voluntarily. So I think we can proceed to sentencing. Anything else from you, Agent Russo? I'm sorry, Agent Russo. We haven't even been in here that long. Agent Spears, anything else from you?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis,
Nothing. Thank you.
Ms. Russo, do you want to say anything before I impose a sentence here?
No, I've said enough. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to follow this recommendation. Man, I'm going to discharge you successfully from supervision on February 6th. And I'm not going to require after today's date any probation reporting, okay? So you probably do have to run your record on the 6th and make sure there's no new convictions before then. And if that's accurate, then you'll be discharged successfully. I'm going to reassess any outstanding fines, costs, or other monetary obligations that I'm going to sentence you to 7 days in jail with credit for 7 that you've served. Now, as it relates to you're also here for collections today, but in light of the sentence the court's just imposed, what I'm going to do, ma'am, is, and I hope it's not fruitless, but I'm going to put you on another payment plan. So you're going to get out of jail today, assuming you have no hold. What do you think you can pay a month to take care of the fines and costs on this file?
Your Honor, I have been in a negative balance since this charge of May. every month it would be negative $500. I'd spend credit. The bank allowed me to do it. I am not able to pay. And I just got caught up for having to pay that small bond of $500 that, this whole event has threw me off. And that's why I've
Well, I
been in
get
my car.
that. So, Ms. Russo, hang on one
I
second.
don't pay anything.
So let's
How
back
can
up.
I pay?
You're getting a little overworked here for
Yeah.
no reason at this point. When you get out today, where do you plan to go?
Grand Rapids to my home.
All right, so you own a home or are you renting a home?
Oh, Grand Rapids is my home. I'll never be able to rent again, Your Honor, not with the charges. No, I'll
Hold
never
on,
be.
who do you live with? Who do you live with?
I don't live with anybody. I'm probably
Okay.
gonna go into nursing home.
So how do you support yourself at this point?
I support myself by the money I have from Social Security and I overdraft every month. $500
Right.
every month is overdrafted.
So where does the Social Security money go then? Who are you paying that money to and for what?
I showed Agent Spears. I had a list made because he said, everybody thinks I should be able to live on
Ms. Russo, hang
$1,700.
on a second. I haven't talked with Agent Spears about your finances, so I'm just asking you. I'm trying to work this out for you. So just,
I had that.
are you
in the
paying
car.
an apartment? What are you doing?
I'm nothing. I'm doing nothing. I don't understand.
No, I mean, where's the money going? You get a Social Security check. Do you have to pay to be staying where you're at?
No, I have bills. I showed that. I have a whole list and I showed Agent Spears of how that runs down. I spent about $400 on gas because I have I have to go back and forth through appointments at Pine Rest. I have my therapist in Cascade, which I have seen. And, I got to go back and my support system because I'm a recovering alcoholic and it's very important to me is in Grand Rapids. So, yeah,
All right.
it might be odd to say that, but I'd like to see any one of you live on $1,700 and have to rent. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Russo, here's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna let you figure it out because I don't feel like I'm getting very far with you. I'm gonna hold in abeyance any payments on your file for 90 days. So you'll be out for a good 3 months, all right? Then I'm gonna order that you contact the court to set up some kind of payment plan, okay? Even if that means 25 bucks a month. As long as you can do something like that, then that's what we'll do.
$5
It's
a
just
month.
important. That's important that you don't ignore the court, okay? So we'll give you 90 days to get on your feet, to get going, okay?
I had all the paperwork in the car when I went to the PO to deliver to the court today. I didn't know I had a warrant out for my arrest. I had all that paperwork prepared to show you my negative
Well,
checking account, all of that.
We're gonna recall the warrant if there is one, and you'll have 90 days after today to contact the court and figure out a payment plan, okay? So you don't have to worry about it right this moment, but just don't forget about it.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Can I get that information for her?
Yeah, do you have a phone number you can be reached at?
Yeah, and it's a new number.
What's your address?
Ada, yeah. Ada,
Okay.
but I'm not staying there. Nobody, I was on
Well,
probation.
it's a PO box, so I assume you're not staying there.
Well, it's at a house. It's Ada. It's 1601 Ada Croft Drive, but they got a PO box set up for me so I can get my mail. Because they're
Who
good
pays for
people.
who pays for that PO box?
The people in Ada, my friends.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Would your friends help you out with payments to the court?
Mm-mm.
Even
Nobody's
though-
gonna help.
Don't do that, it can result in warrants and that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, no, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna play Ionia's game.
Okay. Well, mark down 90 days from today. She needs to contact you, and if not, ma'am, then we'll end up probably going through this whole procedure again, but at least you'll be off supervision at that point, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you are all set today. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.